Zapier recently launched their new tool called Zapier Transfers that allows you to quickly move large amounts of data from one tool to another one, which can be really helpful if you are kind of trying to move data again between your tools. Maybe you're switching your provider or doing something else. So in this video, I'm going to show you how it works and what you can do with it. So instead of your Zapier dashboard, you can see this new little button at the left sidebar that's called Transfers. And if you click on that, then we'll get redirected to the Transfers page where we can create our first transfer. Now to do this, we'll just click on the button, and then basically it's just really simple. So these are like the 3 steps that we have to go through. The first step is to connect our apps, then to select the data that we want to transfer, and then the data will be transferred. Let's click on continue. And for this example, we will say that we want to get all the attachments in our Gmail account, and we want to save all of these attachments to a Google Drive folder. So let's actually do this. I will click on the source app right here, which is in this case going to be Gmail, and then the source data is going to be the attachment. So that's right in this case. And then for the destination, we will choose Google Drive, just as we discussed. Click right here, and then we want to say we want to upload a file with each of these different attachments. So this is the action that we want to take. Let's click on next. Now this will take some time. Now we can choose which of our email accounts to use, and in this case I will just use this one right here because it doesn't have that much attachments, and I don't want to fill up my Google Drive folder with like hundreds of gigabytes of data that I don't need to use. So let's just use this one and then click next. Now for our data source, we can choose to only include the attachments that fulfill the certain criteria that we set. For example, we could say they should match a certain search string. For example, here we have an example: from Amy or from David or subject equals dinner. All these kind of search strings do work for Gmail. And we can also choose to only include those that contain a certain label. But in my case, I will just go with all of them and then just click next. And then basically it's already starting. It's just getting the data from Gmail, and then we can continue with this. Now that Zapier got the data from our Gmail account, we can choose which drive to transfer that data to. And in this case, I only have this option right here. So let's choose that and then click on next. Now we can set up where we want the attachments to actually go inside of our Google Drive. And if you've used Zapier before, then you know that this is really similar to what it is like setting up a normal Zapier automation. So we can just choose the drive that we want to put this in. So this will be my Google Drive. And then for the folder, I have actually created a specific folder just for this demo. So this is where we'll put in all the data. And then the last thing that we need to do is to kind of specify what should be uploaded. So what should be the file that should be uploaded. And in this case, it should be just the attachment that we get from the mail. So that's pretty simple. Again, same as for setting up normal Zapier automations. Now we can click on next, and then we are ready to review the transfer, and then we can actually get going. So now Zapier asks us if the fields are mapped correctly, just to check if there's any error, because if you're transferring lots of data, then sometimes an error can be really a pain to solve or to resolve after you've transferred the data. So in this case it looks good, and then we will just click on the looks good button. Now we see that if you have lots of data, it might take quite a while. So in my case there are 275 records, and I've been basically even more than that. So it does take quite a while, but at some point it will eventually resolve, and then we will be able to actually transfer the data over. So now the data has been loaded into here. So in this case it's a bit weird because I think there's still some bugs with this, and it's in beta, so it won't be perfect for everything. But here you basically see the data. Let me scroll all the way down, and let me scroll over to the start. And then you'll see basically the individual entries. So they look a bit weird because again it's in beta, so there might be some things that are missing. But let's just go with this, and here it says we can add filters, and we can select the data that we want to send. So in this case, because I don't want to send all the 900 entries, let's just send the first 10. So I want to select all the visible entries because it will show only 10 per page. If you scroll down, you'll see that. And now we have 10 selected, right? So we can click on next, and these will be transferred. So let's actually try out if this works. Let's send the data and let's see if it actually arrives in our Google Drive folder. And I mean, yeah, I only transferred like 10 files, but still it's pretty impressive. So let's see if it actually did work and if we actually do have that data now inside of our Google Drive. So I will go to my Drive folder and I will go to my Drive and go to the Zapier transfer demo. And yeah, indeed, we do have the data now inside of this folder. These are the 10 entries that we got from the Gmail attachments through the Zapier transfer. So that was it for this really quick video on Zapier transfers. I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know if it was helpful to you, if you were able to transfer the data successfully. And also, if you need help setting up Zapier transfers or need help setting up any other Zapier automations, need help understanding some concepts and so on, then you have to check out my new coaching service called Janosch Tech Support, where I will help you one-on-one with fixing your Zapier problems, help you understand concepts that are really essential to building automations with Zapier and other tools, and will kind of help you to create these processes around your automations. So if that's interesting to you, you will find it in the description down below. It's really affordable, it's really flexible. You can just book like a 30-minute call, and if that doesn't work for you, then you even get your money back. So there's no risk in trying it out. So yeah, the link is in the description and I'd love to see you there. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye.